Okay, let's continue working on our website on the forms. So far we have seen this form we made with like types of the fields provided from Django. So now we will try to make it a little more interesting, and to do that there are like some methods that Django offer us. So I will like try to teach by example, and then you will understand hopefully. So for example, let's come here to this date field, and we would like to change a little. So now this date field here, if you put any date it will accept it, which means you can put like movies, like you can put like dates in the future and it will accept it. But let's see that since we want to make a database about movies, we want to release date to be something from the past, not from like the future. So we will do a little work, and we will instead of using date field, we'll create a new like type, a new class, and inherits like from this date field, and then we add some methods to it to accept only dates from the past. So let's do that. So it's gonna be class past date field instead of date field. Then it inherits from date field. So let's define this class, and so validate. So how do you validate something that you write in that date class? So there is this like validate function or method exists in the date field class. So we're going to override it, and to do that we do like value. So if you get a value that you want to validate, so first we call the super class, and we call the method validate of the super class, and then of course of self and value, because like validate, or I mean this object is an instance also of date field, since if it's an instance, or the object self is an instance of date field if it's an instance of past date field. So we are calling the superclass with the validate method. Sorry, what did I do? And then here we're going like to add a little our own like check. So if value and is bigger or equal than date dot today, so we're going to import from date time. We need to import something here from date time, import like date. So we have now this package or this module date, and it has this function date dot today. So what's wrong here? We need to define something. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is like this. So bigger or equal, greater or equal than like today. So if the value provided to this past date field is bigger than the today date, it means there is something wrong. We need to raise validation error. No, I'm sorry, validation, come on, validation error, and we say only past dates allowed here. Okay, so now if you try to put a date from the future, it will not accept it. So this validation error, I need to import it from some Django import from Django dot command dot exceptions dot core dot exceptions. So from the exceptions like defined by Django, we take a validation error. Okay, so what does this mean in practice? Let's go and see. So if I come here to new movie, and as usual we can like still keep doing this airplane movie. So released now, I'm gonna put something from the future. So let's say from 2072. What does that mean? It means that if I click on that, oh no, something is wrong. It should not be like this. So oh yeah, I forgot. I need to change this here, this field here, date field to past date field. So the release will be past date field. Okay, my mistake. Let's try again. And So again, airplane, comedy 8. So let's put now, and now if we click on this, oh my god, something went wrong. So validate takes 2 arguments, but only 1 was given. What's happening here? 3 were given. Okay, let me see what's happening here. So super dot validate value, sorry, super dot validate value, yeah, I don't, yeah, of course, super dot validate value, what was I saying? So again, once more, and there you go. So only past dates are allowed here, not like dates from the future. And here, my mistake here. So when you call super, you don't need to call self anymore. So yeah, so it's enough to call value. So that's that. And then now we can add a little more. So I will add a def, and then clean. So clean data. So if the data is valid and everything is good, then we want to clean it before we like is being used by the server. So self value again, and then result equals super. Okay, I don't need this stuff, so I can just like go like this. Yep, super dot clean, and then here I would say return date. So year equals value, okay, result, which I just got there, result dot year, and month equals the result dot month, and the day I want to put the first day of the month, so day equal 1. So even if the user like writes some day in the middle of the month, we will after we validate, if everything is good, then with the clean, the data to be consumed, the data that we will save to the server would be like, we will change the date to 1. So this is like one example of how this clean works for this type now when you define your own type. So that's pretty good. So this is past date field. Now if we go to a little more, and we can define another kind of validator here. So now this is like we defined like a field, our own type of field. So now we can define a validator that we can use in some field, any field we want. So def capitalized, validator, and here we will takes a value as a like parameter, and then so I would like to say that the validator should have the first letter should be capitalized. So if value 0 and is lower, so this is, I'm sorry, like this is lower, so this is a function. It's like it checks if a letter is like up lowercase. So if the first letter of this value here is lowercase, we raise a validation error again, and say value must be capitalized. And what does that mean? I mean, we're coming here to this title, and we're going to use this capitalized, so validator. So validators, and one of them is going to be this capitalized validator. It does not need this, so pretty good now. So now this means that when in this title field, any value we write there, it should have the first letter capital. If it's not, the form will not be accepted. So let's come here and try that. So if I put here the A small, and I try to add movie, oh my god, what happened now? Clean, missing one, was no argument value. Okay, let's go back. I'm making too many mistakes. So clean, yeah, clean value here. All right, so let's go again. Okay, you see now it says that the value must be capitalized and only past dates are allowed here. So this is nice, and now, which means our form does not only accept whatever we give it, it has a little more like conditions to it. So this is the cleaning and the validation of the form. So now we can, there are also like you can validate your form. So we're gonna show you like so these were like for a kind of a type of field, and this one like an outside validator. So now inside the form we can have like some cleaning like methods. So def clean, let's define clean description just like from the like examples in the tutorial. So here any field you have description released by default, like Django gives you, if you have this form, it gives you these methods like clean description, and that it recognizes. So you just like add clean plus underscore and then the name of the field, and then Django will recognize that. So when it runs the form, it will automatically run these methods and check like if the description is like it will run this clean description in this case, and it will also run clean release if it exists, and things like that. So let's see what does that do. So result, actually now that I'm thinking, yeah, let's see. So just give me 1 second, I want to think about something. Okay, let's leave this clean description for now, and just like wondering which is the best order to do this. So from form valid, and okay, all right. Okay, yeah, maybe it's better to I will come back to this after a while, just like show, because for the sake of explaining well, we will start by the validation first. So now let's say that we had our form working, those validators have worked, everything is good. So for example, in this case here, we have put here a big A, and we have put here like a date in the past, which means when I click it should work pretty well. So let's say that the form is good, and what happens? So how can I register this information in the database? If my form is good, what do I do with this information in the form? So here let's put a reverse to movie create, maybe that's better. So def, we define a function called form valid, all right, and in that function form valid we will do something. So first thing, result equals super. So we take this form view and we run the form valid function of it, and then of what do we valid? We need to valid a form. So we valid this form here function, this form parameter here, and then if like the form is good, everything is good, then we can run something on it. So what do we want to do with that valid information that we got from our form? So we do clean data, and clean data equals form dot clean data. So if the form is valid, everything is good, then we get the data from it. So that's like when we run this form dot clean data, and then now I want to add a movie with this add a movie from the data that the user have written. So the user have written the data, have filled the form. When we clicked on submit, it was like the information was good, like there was no problem. We validated the form, then we got like the data from the form. It's a dictionary. So what do I want to do with it? So that let's see what we do with it. So we will come here and say movie dot create dot objects, I'm sorry, dot objects dot create. Okay, so now I have a create function. So I want to create something in the database. So title equals come on, clean data and of the title. So actually clean data is a dictionary with the keys are the name of these fields here. So the keys are like with the name of these fields here, title, genre, rating, released, and description in like as strings. So here is the first one, and then we'll have also the second one, genre equals clean data genre, and then rating equals clean data of rating. So all good. Then released. So these are like the fields of the movie model, which are also the fields of the movie form. So clean data released, come on, released, and then description, come on, it equal to clean data of the field description. All right, description, and then here in the end we return. All right, this is good. Return result. So return that return whatever this form valid function of the class form view have returned to us. So this we do that because if it happens that the form is not valid, we show the same form. So let's see what that, well, we keep the information in our form. So let's see what that will do. So now I'm gonna, now this time if I add airplane, I want it to appear. So new movie, airplane, and then comedy, and then here rating, let's give it 8. And now 1972, blah, blah, blah. So the 23rd of 1972, and then description, as you say, Sami Abdul Jabbar, because he was in that movie. All right, so if I click on add movie, all right, something went wrong because I wrote my information wrong. So let's see here, description, what's wrong? It says form valid 927. Yeah, don't I know how to write description equal clean data, the word description, key error, description. So how did I write description here? This, okay, what's wrong with this description? I feel like I don't know how to write this word anymore, description, and here it's description. Oh my god, description, not description. Okay, description. Oh, what's happening here? Description. Okay, now it looks better, and here everything should look good. So let's try again, add movie. Oh, let's see. So now I have airplane here. Okay, so now I am like saving data in the database because I have like validated my form and got, like, once the form was valid, it accessed everything in it. I got the clean data from that form, and then I added it to the database using this model.objects.create here. So let's check something here. If I come here to the administration and I do admin, And now in the movies, if I go to airplane, I should find it's the first of if the first day of the month. It's not the 23rd. You remember I had like specifically put the 23rd, but it have changed it to the first. Why is that? Because this function here in the form or in the like past date field, it like specifically says if the data is valid, we clean the data. So when you call dash clean data, you run this function clean, and then that function clean, what does it do? It changes the day to the first day of the month. So this is how it works. And now we can like change a little the information by the user. So this is good. Let me come back here and see things. So now we would like to make our would like to make a few more changes. So let's add a new function called def form invalid. So if the form is not valid, we would like to run something invalid. Okay, and here I will run a logger dot warning. Okay, I need to import this module called logger command equals okay, I'm sorry. From login import get logger. It's a function called get logger, and then logger is equal to get logger. Okay, now I have a logger, and then here is a logger dot warning, and then I can put a string here which is user provided invalid data. Okay, and then return super command. I don't need all of this, so I can just do this. Alright, so let's see what this does. If I write some wrong information here, title, now let's take some other movie. Why am I so oh my god. Okay, best movies of the 90s. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Man in Black. Okay, let's take Man in Black. So Man in Black, I'm gonna make some errors by intentionally, so we can, let's give it like a 6 release. I'm gonna write some stupidity here. Hello, instead of putting a date, I'm putting like a word, and then here description I'm gonna write Will Smith, his name. Yeah, Will Smith. Alright, so add movie. What's happening now? Okay, everything I do is not working because here I forgot to add form. Okay, so it tried to run this form invalid because the form was not valid, and then I forgot this form here. So let's run this again. And movie. Okay, so here it says enter a valid date. It's not a valid date, and then value must be capitalized here. Okay, and then if here in the, if you see, it will be, you can see this message here by the blogger, user provided invalid data. So let's fix this. And Man in Black with a big M, because it requires this to be capitalized, and then the valid date, which here, what did it say? 1997. I don't even care. But anyway, 1997. Let's say the month 12, and then the 5th day. Okay, add movie. Now I should have Man in Black here. Okay, all of this is good. What else do I want to do? So now let's go and yeah, I promised to make this model, this forms.py here a little more interesting. So this movie form here, I will even add a little more things to it. So let's start by clean description. So def clean description. Okay, so if you put clean underscore description, so Django automatically recognize this function because this form class here accepts that you add clean underscore before any name of the fields, and then it will automatically run this this like function whenever you after you validate the form and you want to get the clean data. No, not you that validate, after Django validates the form and wants to get the clean data. So once the form is valid, the data we get from it is the clean data that we want to use to save in our server in this case. So self, of course. Now whatever we're going to do, initial equals self dot clean data description. So this already exists, but we will like put some modification to it. So sentences, so what we're going to do, we want to remove all the empty spaces before and after the end of the sentence, after the dot that ends the sentence, and then we would like to also put the first like letter of each sentence to be capital. So without like sentences, without too much like complications, this is like sub means like substitute. So R is for regular expression, so RE is like regular expression. So I'm gonna put here import regular expression. So that's another subject altogether, but it helps you like search and modify like strings. You search something in a string and modify. So regular expressions are pretty good for that. So regular expressions are really good for searching, and then modifying like can happen. So if you find what you want to modify, so S, so this means like spaces. The star means like many spaces, 0 or many, followed by a dot, and then followed by many spaces. So this many spaces, 0 or many spaces followed by dot, followed by 0 by 0 or many spaces of I substitute it with what? With a dot, nothing more. Substitute with a dot, and then I run this on the like the string initial, and then I want to split this to a list, and I split it with the like on the dot. So now I have all my sentences without the dots and without the extra spaces before and after the dots. So okay, and what I'm going to do after that, will return, and then I will take this string dot space. So I will have dot space or the dots followed by space dot join, join, and then here I'm going to put some magic, sentence dot capitalize for sentence in sentences. So this like for sentence in sentences, for every sentence in every sentences is a list. So for every element in that list, capitalize it and then join with this dot and followed by an empty space, and then after that you will get a long string. So this is like the clean description. That's what it does. It removes empty strings before and after the dots, and then it puts like the first letter to be capital. So let's see what this does in reality, so you can understand hopefully. New movie, and then here let's add a new movie. So we did A Man in Black. I'm gonna do this Green Mile. Okay, the Green Mile Well, I'm always like that movie, so I'm gonna give it no drama, is it 7, and then 1999. So 19. Excuse me. 1999. Okay, 19th of April. And then this description. Well, I'm gonna be a little. So Tom Hanks, and then space, then prison, and then too many spaces, and then coffee was the name of that guy, and then space, and what else? Well, weird movie. Okay, so now if what I did works, after I register this movie, this should look different in the administration panel when we go check on it. So add movie, everything went well, the movie was added. You will see here the green mile is here, no problem. So now let's go and check how the description of the green mile looks like. Okay, you see Tom Hanks, and prison, coffee, weird movie, nothing has worked. This is not so cool. Why is that? I'm not sure. Okay, let me see. Split. All right. Maybe I wrote that regular expression wrong. Maybe. Let me check on this slash. Slash s. Oh yeah, this is my mistake, I'm sorry. So this is /s, after that there is the star. Okay, see all these mistakes you make in programming. Alright, let's try again another movie, and here, so we try this, The Matrix. Alright, okay, new movie, The Matrix, and was also a weird movie. And then here let's 1997 they said, I think. Okay, yeah, 1999 actually. Okay, 1999, and then here. Okay, so let's try again. Kino, I'm not even sure how his name is written, Reeves. So dot what was the name of that guy? Neo. Alright, and then dot, and then Trinity, and then dot, and then if I don't leave a dot, Morpheus. Okay, so this is just like a stupid description, but let's see how this will look in the administration panel. So here, if this has worked or not. Okay, now it's working. So Keanu Reeves and Neo and Trinity and Morpheus, but there was like one thing, is that it capitalizes the sentence, which means that the other like the letters in the middle, it makes them like lower case. So in this case, Reeves has become with a lowercase r, which is not very cool, but we don't care anyway. So Morpheus, Trinity, Neo. So as you can see here, it has cleaned. So this is like how you can use this clean like a field inside the form. And now there is one last thing, is that if you want to do some kind of cleaning that like works on more than one field, so this kind of clean here works on only the field description. But what if I want to play with more than one field? So in that case I use the function clean, def clean. Alright, and then result as usual equals super dot clean. Okay, and now okay, super should be like this. Super is a function. Right, and here if, so I want to say that no comedy movie can have more than 6 out of 10. Okay, so if result dot genre, okay, result like this, not dot genre but like this, result genre, okay, dot name, because genre is an object in the table or from the model genre. So equals comedy, and then result of rating equals is superior than 5, okay, or superior than 6. So if it's more than 6, then I say self dot add error genre, then okay, like this, and then another self dot add error, self dot add error, and then rating, come on, rating, and okay, and then so raise validation error, and this validation error, no comedy shall have a rating above 6, okay, and then here, oh come on, in the end, return result, return result. Okay, so let's see what this does. It's fine if we can find a comedy here. Comedy movies, okay, comedy movies, so I don't know any of those. Bad Boys, okay, comedy movies, 1999, okay, there is this movie called Life, I liked it. So let's take yeah, there was Life, there was a movie called Life from 1999, it was like very funny, Life, and genre comedy, and I'm gonna give it a rating of 8 because I liked it, but the system now will not like it. 1999. For again description, it took like Eddie Murphy and it's like Marcel Lawrence is his name, not even sure. Okay, so let's accept this. Alright, yeah, so you say no comedy shall have a rating above 6, so it does not accept it does not accept like the form, because I have put here this condition in this clean that I don't want any comedy movie to have anything above 6. So that's that, and there's just like one thing that makes me a little confused, is this add error. I'm trying to check where it comes from. So Django forms add error. So why don't we Google this together? Django form add error. Okay, I agree. So alright, so where is it? Add error. Okay, this method allows adding errors to specific fields from within the form.clean method or from outside the form altogether. For instance, view. So the field argument is the name, the field, if its value, the error argument can be a string of a instead of validation error raising for the best processor. So that automatically removes the relevant field from clean data. Okay, so field and error. So this is the name of the field, this is the name of the error. Okay, now I get it. So let's see how we work with that. and then it's been added to the validation error. The argument can be a string or preferably an instance of validation error. Okay, so we'll do it like this. So they say it's a string or preferably an instance. So for the field here, let's try genre is comedy. So we try to play a little and check if this is gonna work or not. And then rating is okay, result dot rating. Here I'm gonna replace it with the result rating. All right. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work or not. Here, for the sake of doing things right, I need to do this like this. Okay, let's see. Now we're gonna play again, try this. All right. Okay, now you can see it. We have added the error to the form in this specific field. Exactly. So genre is comedy, it's written here, and the rating is 8. And now it tells you, like, for the general error of the whole form, no comedy shall have a rating above 6. So this is a nice way to do it, and I actually like it. And it says that even it's better here to do a validation error. It's even better than a string. So let's do a validation error. What do we have to lose? And then here again, validation error. Okay, and let me close in the end. All right, let's see what will happen. So if it's gonna work or if it's gonna break. Okay, one more time. All right, so nothing have changed here. Maybe I will see some errors here. No, user, like, it just like raise a validation error, but it shows here like genre is comedy and the rating is 8. Okay, so to accept this I will have to put 6, even though I like this movie. So add movie. Now the movie is in here, live comedy, and everything is good. So that's that. We have done this work. Maybe we could have also instead of raise the validation error, we could have put like just change the rating to 6. Okay, but this is good stuff. I mean, I like it this way. So let's now put everything in Git. So Control C. Here I would say Git status and like git add all, and then git commit -m. So we're gonna put forms cleaning data and form validation. Okay, so this is good. And now I can do a git push to send my latest version of the code to GitHub. Git push. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and now if I check GitHub as usual, so here GitHub. Okay, my GitHub is open, and here you can see form scaling data and form validation. So good. Maybe I can put a release for you all to see this version of the code. And here I will just like add a new release. So draft new release v4 and forms, and here general forms. Okay, because later we'll have something called model forms, so I'm just like calling this general forms. So publish release, everything is good, and here like in tags now I have the v4, so It's the one I just like made, so I will like share with you this version of the code. Okay, that's the first part of the form. We still have something called model forms, and yeah, this chapter is a bit long, but I hope you understand what's going on. Alright, time to stop this video.